We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one. Because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. From the gun on third down, Gibson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend.
Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. That's out quickly to Hyatt. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Looking to throw. Gibson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, Make it a one-receiver route and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, success occur.
Let's go now.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. These two teams all tied after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Running left is Walker. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson dancing to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Gibson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Gibson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Walker with another carry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is the tight end fan. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Gibson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Gibson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A final shot before break. Gibson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Hyatt there to grab it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jalen Hyatt, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corner.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Gibson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Gibson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2nd and 13. Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Up the middle, here's Walker. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call. So out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Off the play fake. Gibson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. They'll look to throw again. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that out come the Seahawks. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding Metcalf on the comeback route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game now? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd and 6. And going right back to Walker. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd down. Gibson. That is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
Still 3rd down.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gibson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. He connects with Hyatt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's brought down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Gibson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will not get in here, although there is a flag down. But from the players' reactions, this might be on the offense. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our...
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A pitch comes to Walker. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, creative quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Seahawks and the Chiefs under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Michael Dana. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Back to throw. Gibson. And Walker has it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Out of the gun now on third down. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They're sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gibson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll audible to something else. Looking to throw. Gibson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Off the play fake. Gibson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Seahawks sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Let's go now.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating from the gun, Gibson. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because
team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
A give for Walker running right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The 39-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They run again with Walker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the give, it's Walker. A strong running. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now 3rd down and very long. Back to throw. Gibson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The pressure from... Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Gibson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
33-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Gibson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Gibson. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Off play action. Gibson. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 37 yards. And the Seahawks. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had 3 touchdown passes in that game a week ago. He's got 2 already here in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Now a run with Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This now a 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Gibson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had 3 touchdown passes in the game last week. He's already got 3 here in the first half alone as his guys start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. That's complete to Wicks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
to throw again. Being chased out, nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half, so this will be blown dead. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gibson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off play action. Gibson. Hard throw, incomplete.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Throwing to start the drive. Gibson.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Gibson steps away.
Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and...
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And quickly, they get to the line.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he's taken down inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action. Gibson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Gibson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with... Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried... Throwing to start the drive. Gibson steps away to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Kansas City, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.
It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we've got the Seahawks, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Chargers, and it comes your way.
Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll try and play with some pace early on. Back to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going up top. He's got it to the goal line and in. Nicole Hardman. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is in the midst of an MVP-type season. NFL leader in passing yardage, and he's up over 3,000 now for the season. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the first down, so we'll have third down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Third and a yard. We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Metcalf hauls in that one. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. He'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. They'll motion over Metcalf. A handoff here, up the middle. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Now, faking the give. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for final play in this opening quarter. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go. It's deep. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So after one, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one knocked away and incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. They'll turn and hand this one off. On down at 21, a gain of 1. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th. Gets that to Hardman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll tuck it and take off. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Heels drop to throw. Quick one to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will dive into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He finds Metcalf on the slant. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Throwing now on 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Smith-Njigba left side. He's got it. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. On 3rd down, they go with Walker. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
A game of 15. And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing now from the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still second down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That is caught. What a throw. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to,
and before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are
is under
reviewed,
review.
so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. They'll motion over Metcalf. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. In motion comes Andrews. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Look him up on a second down and 8. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. That one is complete to Hartman. The Seahawks are going to be looking at a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. A gain there of 13 yards.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to...
Slot receiver, headed right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding room at midfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll run option left to the short side of the field. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, creative quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Seahawks and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much... So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 3 now. Man in motion here. From the 37. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
This is Walker on second. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Hawks and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's one of the best in the league this season. Still the guy that everybody is chasing in passing yards. Look at that. Up over 3,000 of them to this point. Walker on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Play action on 1st down. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Sheds off a rusher. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They go play action on first. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Finds Smith and Jigba. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. The Seahawks ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Hyatt with the grab. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Second and 6 now. Launches one deep downfield. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he's finally out of bounds, but a huge gain down to the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. First and goal. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. The Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Seahawks trying to make some noise before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. He's on the move. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Burton there to bring it in.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Caught by Burton. And he gets this forward to the 19. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down. From the red zone now. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And it sets up 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brings it in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Walker hauls it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Broncos make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll go with Walker on the counter. They'll cobble together a yard there. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Flush out now to his left. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. We're working quickly here. First and 10, looking to throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks grab the lead on their first series of the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the...
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll come out throwing. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Taking a shot deep down the field. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Seattle. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a break.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard. They give up the gut to Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running it after the penalty. Walker gets the first and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They have themselves another first and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Back to throw now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun. Escape. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up. He'll throw it from his own end zone. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds up across his own 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Throwing now, off play action. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Setting up a throw. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up here. To the ground with Walker. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 13 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Staying with Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 27. And his pass is going to fall incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it! And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Runner pass, which way they want to go to convert on 3rd. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Rolling out to his left. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Along the right sideline, there's space. And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Oh, that's what that whole defense do.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Walker now from the gun. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 8. Andrews with the catch. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. Hand off to Walker from the gun. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They're going play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Third down from the gun. He's on the... And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. Second and 3 now. Running with Walker again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. And just a couple seconds before the 2-minute warning, the defense calls a timeout. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Walker gets the pitch, and he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. On the carry, it's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. And the Broncos bringing out some extra DBs on this 3rd down. They're in the dime. Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Escapes out to the left. Now we'll try a deep shot down the left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory.
I love this team. And the one thing about them is they go out each and every week and they want to make sure they put their imprint on this game. That's why they are top 5 offense. But it's all about the people on the field. Yeah, I know coaches can sit in their rooms and draw up these plays and they can be dominant that way. But if you don't go out and execute, you're in trouble. And this guy has played at such a high level.
Yeah, the thing I love the most is the consistency. You know, I think that sparks a certain level of confidence in the entire team. But without this kid, I don't think they're there. But as long as he continues to go, the entire offense continues to go.
Man, choo-choo. The offensive train is rolling right now. This offense is explosive, and this kid is the engine in that train, dragging them down the track, and they're going to be special for the rest of the season.
I love
Here we go. Here we go. Shut up. Shut up. Ready. go now. Ready. Ready. Set. Hunt. Ready. now. Check, go. Set. Ready. Got it. Ready. Ready. Hunt. Come on, come on. Set it up. Ready, ready.
I got like two more games in it. No kill.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, creative quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Seahawks and the Saints, just ahead on EA Sports.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Looking to throw. Gibson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off play action. Gibson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Smith and Jigba in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Gibson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Gibson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Saints defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 16 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Let's go now.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Gibson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far down.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw now on first down. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Gibson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, smash.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks... He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
70 Lions.
Off play action. Gibson out to his left. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Paulson and Debo.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Come on, set. Go.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gibson. Staying on his feet. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Gibson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there with his guys trailing here in the 4th.
Ready, ready. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
79 Broncos.
Breaks a tackle. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off play action. Gibson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Gibson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now they're in the hurry-up.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Isaiah Foskey able to record his 5th sack of the season. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Gibson. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Gibson. Catch is made by Hardman. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. This is caught. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Looking to throw. Gibson being chased out left. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to... The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented...
Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Okay, ready? Hurt, hurt. Down. 19 Lions.
Throwing after the interception. Gibson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.
Yeah, ain't gonna click on it. I gotta get out this shit before I gotta fall asleep. Shit, I appreciate everybody joining up on the stream, bro. No cap. Gonna continue this shit probably tomorrow. No cap. Tomorrow in the afternoon. But shit, shit, it was a good stream. No cap. No cap. It was some good games. I ain't gonna lie to you. But shit, yeah, I'm just finna goddamn in this shit and get back on tomorrow. But shit, yeah, just stay tuned and appreciate it. Yeah.